how to get cool videos like this. Coming up. So several of you have asked, how do you get a drone shot where it looks like the drone is independent of the camera and the camera is basically hovering behind it? So I wanted to kind of give a quick little explanation as to how and what I do, tricks maybe on how to do it. So the camera that I'm using is the GoPro Max 360. It's a little bit heavy, it's a little bit large, but it's pretty awesome camera. It essentially has two camera lenses, one on this side and one on this side. And what happens is the software stitches 360-degree angle. So when I record, I'm essentially recording 360 degrees. Now the question becomes, how do you mount this in a way that it basically disappears? And I will show you that. What you're going to want to do is you're wanting to get a selfie stick or something similar to this. And I'm also using a bolt as opposed to the actual nut. So the trick is the camera is going to be attached to this. The shot a little bit better. Okay, so the trick to this is for the selfie stick to disappear, it has to be perfectly in line with the selfie stick. Now, this camera, because it's using a lens on one side and the opposite side, so it's two lenses, you have to, there's a stitch point. So if you imagine that the lens is curving the image around this selfie stick, there is a stitch line that you will see. So let me see if I can, I'm gonna put the battery on one moment. Okay, so the trick to this is there will be a stitch line. What you want to do is kind of avoid or pay attention to where you put the stitch line. If you were to do this angle, it's going to put the stitch line towards the front of the quad. So if you have it at this angle, you'll potentially have the stitch line crossing across the props or the front of the quad, and it'll look a little odd. So what I have found is if you take this lens and you angle it so that you can move the line of the stitch line off, what you'll end up with is a clear image of the quad, and the stitch line will be in front and you'll basically avoid it. So it's going to look, it's not very pretty, that's for sure. But hopefully, if you angle it correctly, the footage is what matters. So this is how, or generally how I arrange it. Awkward, but it works well.